Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Atlanta and Company. Did you pop the big question and say I do? Isn't it so exciting? I mean, it makes you want to get married all over again. Nope, not quite. All right, well, if you did get engaged, the next question, of course, is now what? Here to give you some creative and memorable wedding tips and ideas is the one, the only lifestyle expert, party planner extraordinaire, and our dear friend, Sean OKeefe. What a great way to...
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Do I pay you enough to say things like that? I wonder.
I mean it. I speak from my heart. This is amazing. By the way, listen to this beautiful music. Who do we have here?
My friend Michael Magno, #1 tip for a wedding, always think about a soloist. Someone that you can have that plays especially for the bride and groom.
Okay.
Or even thinking a little bit more about the rehearsal dinner or the family brunch the day after.
Right.
Just, it doesn't have to be a big band. It can be something as simple as a soloist having a really good time on his guitar or on his piano.
Oh, I love that. Great idea. And what we're diving right into drinking. I see nothing's changed in 2015.
It's the new year.
It's the new year.
So signature cocktails for the bride and groom.
Okay.
So what I've done is I've asked a lot of my bride and grooms what are their favorite things. So I have a bride and groom coming up this fall, and they love mango and champagne. So this is a mango lime juice champagne cocktail in a sugared glass.
Cheers.
Very simple, and it combines, again, brings together what the bride and groom likes to have.
Yum. Delicious.
Simple.
Ooh, simple, but just,
fruity.
I love fruity, but not overpowering.
And so many people are looking for ways to be a little bit more frugal with their wedding. And if you do a champagne that stands alone as a champagne, for me, it has to be a champagne.
Right, right.
But for mixed cocktails like that, one of my favorites is the Gramona, which is actually a cava.
What's the difference?
Oh, long story.
Okay.
Totally different. Different segment.
Okay. Well, I want to do a segment on that.
I would love to.
Okay.
I would love to. But as a price point, it's the same method champenoise. It's still a double fermented wine that has that bubble and that effervescence, but it's much less expensive. And as a blended drink, it's perfect.
Right,
it's lovely.
Perfect. Excellent. And let's talk in general about trends. I was mentioning in the commercial break, it seems like years ago, you used to have a wedding season. Maybe that was spring or, you know, after May, the summertime. But now I feel like it's all year round. We're talking about weddings.
It is.
No matter what the season.
It is. And there's about 46,000 weddings in Atlanta inside the perimeter per year. The majority of them, Atlanta does really have a wedding season, and it's October.
Is it really?
Because it's the only month really where you can plan on doing something outside without having to rent a tent.
Right, right.
Do you know what I mean? Because it's you kind of can't, we're not in California, right? And keeping the theme and keeping the lightness and the colors and the textures of a wedding throughout the year are kind of fun for me. Obviously, fresh flowers are something that everyone wants on their wedding, and I've found a way to incorporate fresh flowers in many different ways.
Okay, Sean.
So for first, this is a highboy arrangement. So this is a bubble bowl in which the floral arrangement has been placed, and then we surround that with little tea lights. So it's more like a terrarium.
Right, I love it.
And then this is a bubble bowl with the florals coming out of the bubble bowl. And again, I've stuck to really simple colors, and I like to play back and forth. So these are real, these are fake.
Okay, that was going to be my next question, because as I was coming up here, I'm going like starting to touch things because
everything on the table is real.
Okay, and then this, so you can have the accents being fake.
Correct.
A lot of people might say, what? Fake flowers, can I do it? And you're saying absolutely.
Well, 80% of the flowers that we buy normally at the flower market have no scent, so there's no difference between this and that.
Right.
And you know, and we're on TV, so that looks like this.
Exactly.
And it's a way for the bride and the groom to have an element of their wedding that they keep forever.
That's
like
true.
I do these large artificial wreaths with fake flowers, and they come out and they're reused at the holiday time and stuff, so it's kind of neat. And remember, always incorporate what the bride and groom want to do, right? So this is a piece that was found at an antique store and a garage sale. So we bring in things that they like to do to make that happen.
Right.
Collections of vases.
Now that, I love that idea.
It's just different.
It's different, but yet you have a theme obviously going, but you don't have to be so matchy-matchy.
Correct.
You've taught me that over the years. It's one of the things that I've learned about
You've learned?
Finally, you're rubbing off.
Two things that are sort of monumentally important for me. A, the wedding cake and be the sweetheart table.
Love that. So that's back in.
So that's back in.
Not the head table anymore.
Well, the head table is too big, right?
Right.
And you've got a 20-person wedding party.
Yes.
And for me, let's take 18 of those people and break them out so there's a member of the wedding party at each table at the reception.
Love that.
It's kind of nice. It's kind of light.
Right.
And then cakes are over the top. They have a standalone table.
Look at that.
Typically, this is beautiful. This is a fondant cake on chocolate mango. This is a regular cake, and we also do cakes that are icing as opposed to fondant. So this is raspberry chocolate, and then this is a strawberry vanilla cake. All of the cakes that we use are made by my dear friend Shirley at Sweet Cheats, coffee shop bakery in Cabbagetown. They're really just wonderful. And she wanted to make sure that we highlighted the idea of the bride and groom's cake. Just a little something, because in this conception, the top layer is always saved, but here we have one that they can enjoy separate to themselves for the evening. And then what I've done also is I've just staged the bridal bouquet on the beginning of the table.
Right.
So the sweetheart table is designed so the bride and groom sit abreast of each other, facing the room, facing the audience, and facing their guests and their family that have gathered for their celebration.
I love that. I didn't do a sweetheart table, and I wish I did, especially after seeing one that's so elegantly done like this. And it gives them that intimacy. But of course, when they want to start mingling and going to see everyone, you know, that's going to happen as well. But it gives them that time to take a deep breath.
And flowers are high.
Flowers are high.
Flowers are high. You know, things that are up in the air are much more special now than things that are low, and I like to juxtapose them both. So some tables, some tables are low, some tables are clusters, some tables are high on candlesticks or on larger, like footed urns or compotes like this.
Talk to me also about what you're seeing in terms of trends. So we're mixing fresh with real flowers with fake flowers. We have, it looks like almost like the cake is matching the decor at the table, or the
textured tablecloths are really special for me for 2015. And you don't, like I've done here, this is just a plain white cloth that we've done, and then we're spending more money on the bride and groom sweetheart table. Right. So not every guest has to have the expensive linen, but we reserve that wow, that pop for the bride and groom.
Just incredible. Listen, if you have a party, I don't know how many times I can stress this, that you need just that elegant, perfect touch, you need to call this man. He literally, any event that I go to that I know he is behind, it is the best event in town. In fact, he's talking to me about my husband's 50th. He's being so reluctant. We need to talk about the reluctant.
Don't we have a date this afternoon?
We have a date this afternoon. I know, he's taking all the fun out of it, but you and I will plan something fun.
He doesn't even need to be there.
No, he's not. Thank God.
It's more about you.
He's not. Exactly. Hey, please give Sean a call. That number is 404-228-7903, or find him on Facebook or Sean OKeefe Events. .com. Thank you so much. This is just beautiful. Cheers.
Oh, you're welcome.
This is delicious.
Where are we going on our honeymoon?
I don't know. Where do you want to go?
Buford.
Okay, Buford.
I think it's a great idea.
I love Buford. Hey, don't worry. We'll be back with more A&C coming up after this short break. Cheers to you, my friend. So good having you.
Happy 2015.
Happy 2015.
Thank you.